At least 25 Palestinians were killed Tuesday in an Israeli airstrike on a school turned shelter in southern Gaza. The Israeli military has also been increasing ground assaults into Gaza to combat Hamas, which the Israelis believe has been regrouping in areas that had previously been cleared. Also on Tuesday, CIA Director Bill Burns skipped an expected stop in Israel and went straight to Doha, Qatar, to discuss whether a hostage ceasefire deal can be reached by July 22nd. That's when the Israeli parliament goes on break until September. CBS News senior foreign correspondent Holly Williams has more from Tel Aviv. Holly?
Good evening, John. We are seeing reports that in some neighbourhoods in Gaza City, they're being bombarded, not just from the air, but also coming under tank fire. And there are gun battles between militants and the Israeli military. Thousands of Palestinians have apparently already fled that area. Now, what's particularly significant about this assault is that Gaza City is in the northern part of the Gaza Strip, in an area that was thought to have been largely cleared of militants in the early stages of the war after a mass evacuation order. And I think it illustrates a challenge for Israel's military, which is these pockets of resistance that spring up in areas that have already been cleared. Now, it's perhaps not completely surprising. We know that Hamas built a web of tunnels underneath the Gaza Strip, and some of the militants may have been able to kind of melt into the general population. But what it means for ordinary Palestinians is that many of them have already had to evacuate 4 or 5 times. They are living in tents, and when this happens, they have to pick up whatever belongings they have left and move yet again. Now, one of Hamas's leaders said that this assault could, quote, reset the negotiations to square one. He's talking, of course, about ceasefire negotiations. And even before that comment, hopes were not high for an imminent breakthrough. There was a kind of renewed surge of optimism last week after Hamas responded to a ceasefire plan that President Biden outlined back in May. And then Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu agreed to send a delegation to restart stalled negotiations. But that's now cooled after Netanyahu said he would only agree to a deal that allows Israel to resume fighting to achieve its objectives. Despite all of that, the CIA Director William Burns is here in the Middle East this week for meetings, including with Egypt's president today, as the US continues to push for that elusive ceasefire and hostage deal. John.
Holly Williams in Tel Aviv, thank you.